Hey guys, welcome back. This is a timeless reading for the collective on what you need to hear. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, first up, we have Round and Round, then New Life, and lastly, we have Soul Mates. Okay. The first thing I'm hearing is with the Round and Round, you are beating yourself up. You feel like you continue to have starts and stops. You feel like you are spinning your wheels in like mud. You think you know where it is that you want to go, like you have a defined direction in your head, but you just don't feel like you can get any traction. And you keep telling yourself that you're far behind, you're not going anywhere, what you're doing is not productive to where it is that you think that you should be at this point. And what the universe wants you to know is that if you're feeling like this, it's for a reason. Nothing that you're doing is not productive. Even if it doesn't feel like you're being productive, sometimes when we take a period of rest and we recharge, that is the production that we're supposed to be doing, is recharging ourselves. I often feel like if I'm in a period where my brain has all these ideas and I want to go, but the universe seems like they're throwing roadblocks up in front of me, I often feel like I'm in a bit of a slingshot, right? Like I'm being pulled back slowly for a reason. Or also, I just heard held back. You're being held back for a reason. So know that if you're not making the kind of progress that you think that you should be making, but you're still doing things, and those things can be self-care, it can be reading a book, it can be, going out with friends, maybe your social life is a little more active than normal. That's all for a reason, right? If you're reading a book, maybe you're going to get inspiration or insight from a passage within that book. If you're going out with friends, maybe you need that collective energy to be a part of where you're at and what you're building at this point. The short and sweet message is you're not going around and around in circles. It may feel like that. You are still being productive. Productivity does not have to look like you sitting at your desk typing away at your keyboard all day long. It doesn't have to look like you physically doing something. Productivity comes in a lot of different ways. And I think that for some of the collective that's watching right now, this is probably something that you struggle with. Your idea of productivity, what you've been shown, what's been indoctrinated in you, is not the universe's idea of productivity, right? So give yourself a break if you're not physically doing the thing that you think that you should be doing in order to be productive. Know that whatever it is that you are being called to do or not do is the productivity that you need right now. Next, we have New Life. And I think for the majority of those of you that are watching or listening, I feel like these cards are all leading into each other. So rather than three individual lines or possibilities, I think that they're more like current energy, what's coming for you, and what you don't see that's ahead. It is not going to be that way for everybody, but that's what I'm hearing is the majority. because the new life goes hand in hand with the round and round, right? I mentioned before feeling like you're in a slingshot, right? Or that's how I sometimes feel. And when you are using a slingshot, you pull back slowly until there's a lot of resistance, and then you get sprung forward really, really quickly. That's what's happening. You're being pulled back into this period of what you perceive as non-productivity in preparation for your new life. A friend of mine said to me yesterday, life can change in an instant. And for whatever reason, I have not been able to get that sentiment out of my head. And the discussion was very positive, and it replaying in my head, I keep hearing it over and over again for the last 24 hours, is very, very positive. Life can change in an instant. Life can change in an instant. That's what I'm hearing for you, right? In a very positive way, when you least expect it, someone's going to let go of that slingshot and they are going to catapult you into your new life. Everything that you have been doing and or not doing, if that's what you're being called to do, is in preparation for your new life. The universe is telling you, take advantage of this time period, right? Like, not everything has to be physical work. Not everything has to be physical action steps forward. Some of it could be laying out a plan. Some of it could be visualizing what it is that you want in your new life, right? Breaking down your big goals into smaller, easier to digest, easier to attain action steps that you can do on a consistent basis. You're being called to use this time for what's ahead, and that is your new life. I keep hearing life can change in an instant. Be careful what you wish for, in the most positive of ways. And that's where I think the soulmates come in. This, again, may not be for everybody, but I do feel like they all sort of go hand in hand. You may not be looking, right? What I heard was the soulmates is in the what's coming that you don't see coming is the soulmates. You may not be looking for a counterpart right now. You may not be in the dating world. You may be very focused on yourself, your healing, your growth, your goals, this new life that you're calling in for yourself, not looking for a soulmate. But for some of you, the universe is going to bring you one anyway. Maybe you had just told yourself that you didn't think that you would ever find your person or a person. Very specifically, I'm hearing you're not necessarily looking, right? This is not, I don't believe that this is going to be for those of you who may be on the dating apps or who are going out, 3 nights a week, specifically looking to meet other people. That's not how you're going to meet them, right? This is going to be one of those things where, like, you said to the universe, I would be open to a relationship if, one should come my way. I would be interested in exploring a relationship. I think I've done a lot of work. I think I might be ready. But then that's where the conversation ended, right? Like, you didn't then go join Match.com, which I totally just dated myself. You didn't go join Bumble or Hinge. You're not on Tinder. You're not, participating in singles events. You're going about your business, right? This soulmate's going to come in. Excuse me. When you least expect it, when you are not looking for it, when it's not something that you're focusing on. I know it's extremely cliche, but I am hearing that this is most specifically for those of you who at some point in the last, I'm going to say 3 weeks to 3 months, very quietly, very matter-of-factly, spoke to the universe and said, I think I'd be open to it. This is for you. They heard you. They realize that you're not necessarily hell-bent on making it your full-time job to meet this person, and that's fine. But they heard you, right? And this is going to be one of those times where Words matter. Your thoughts matter, your words matter, right? The universe is going to absolutely surprise you with somebody that you did not expect, who is going to tick all of your boxes, who is going to meet you where you're at, which means to me that they're going to have done some work on themselves. They're going to have done some of their own healing. They're going to be aware of who they are and what they want. They are not going to be afraid to pursue you in the way that you would like them to. So we're going to get some clarity on this. First up, we have Two of Pentacles, balancing resources, flexibility, adaptation. 100%. This goes with the round and round, right? This is the universe confirming for you that everything should be in balance. As hard as you work physically to be productive, there needs to be that other side of the coin. There needs to be that part of you that allows yourself to rest, to regenerate, to restore, to revive, to review, right? This reminds me that we have Mercury retrograde coming up in a month. I believe it's on March 15th. So very soon we will be in a retrograde shadow phase. And retrogrades are all about the right? The reviewing, the redoing, the restoring, the reviving, the returning. Any reword that you can think of, that's what Mercury in retrograde is all about, as well as communication. But the universe is asking you to adapt, right? Don't question. If you're being asked to slow down, don't question it. Adapt to it. Ask the universe, what is this meant to show me, right? I'm hearing that it's meant to show you that you need to have some balance, that as much as you want to pursue this goal, this avenue that, is top of mind for you, it's going to be different for everybody. This is a collective reading. But as much as you want to pursue that, there needs to be the other side, right? Like you can't go full steam ahead. You need to have that balance where you allow yourself to rest and regenerate, right? To review, to step back, to see what you've accomplished, what still needs to happen, where you want to take things as you continue to move forward. You need to be flexible in that. You need to allow yourself to have that downtime. Know that you're always being divinely guided. So if you're being called to rest and relax, it's for a reason, right? You're still moving forward, even though our egos tell us that we're not, even though we're conditioned to believe that if we're resting, we're not being productive. You are. The universe wants to remind you that you are. That if you're being forced to relax, it means that they are showing you where things are not in balance. They're helping you prepare for your new life, which is the Three of Wands. Looking ahead, confidence and growth, foresight. They're giving you this foresight now because they want you to know that as you continue to pursue your goals, there are going to be times where things are going to be heavy. And heavy because you're going to have a lot on your plate. You're going to be pulled in a lot of directions. You're going to love every single second of it because that's exactly what you wanted, right? But they're giving you a little glimpse into the future and they're trying to help you prepare to know when you need to pull back, right? You need to pull back your energy. You need to pull back your presence. You need to pull back your power in order to refocus and refuel, right? In this same breath, they want you to start to incorporate the confidence that you will have once you have this new life into your everyday. A lot of you probably don't know this about me, but I am also a empowerment coach. I created a program called the Delusion Experiment, and it's all about manifesting the life that you want to live, your hottest, most successful version of yourself. And you do that by acting as if. The universe is asking you to have that confidence and that growth mindset now. Find habits, find characteristics that resonate with you that you can start to incorporate into your everyday life that reflect confidence, growth, foresight, because you're going to need those things and you're going to need to be able to stand in them powerfully, comfortably, as you move forward into your new life. Lastly, we have the Emperor, divine masculine control, authority. Part of this is in relation to your soulmate, right? I'm hearing that your soulmate is going to embody the divine masculine, right? Control and authority, not the most positive of words, but that's not the energy that I'm getting from this card. This is not the energy that I'm getting from your partner. What I'm getting is you're going to allow this relationship, this person that's coming in is going to allow you to very comfortably and very confidently sit in your divine feminine. They're going to allow you to be in the energy of receiving, right? You're not going to have to take control in this relationship. They're going to plan the dates. They're going to ask you in advance. They're going to make decisions. They're going to do things for you without having to be asked, purely because they really did listen and retain when you had a conversation. You're going to be a little standoffish with this energy at first because it is not something that you are used to. It is something that you want, but it is not something that you are used to. So just know that your ego is going to give you a bit of resistance when it comes to this person. Sit with it. Be honest with yourself about it. Don't run, because this is everything that you ever wanted. And I know firsthand how daunting and intimidating it can be when you are confronted with something that you only ever dreamed about. But I'm hearing, allow yourself to sit in it. Don't, if your first instinct is to run, that you don't trust it, I'm hearing, trust it until you're given a reason not to trust it, right? Like, this is a different version of you, right? You're healed. You know better. You know what you want. You know what to look for. Do not run. Don't fall into the traps, right? Prove to yourself that you can trust your intuition, right? You're being given this opportunity now. This soulmate is coming to you now because there is a part of you that wants to prove to yourself that you are not the same person. And you need to stay when your instinct is to run, as much for yourself, to prove that you can trust yourself, to prove that you have healed, to prove that you are not the same person, to prove that you learned your lessons, to remind yourself that you are worthy and deserving of this kind of love. This is definitely, I'm hearing karmic. Karmic in a good way, not karmic in a bad way. This is meant to heal you even more. This is meant to hold you in a way that you haven't been held before. And this is meant to help you step even more into the person that you are meant to be. Okay, we're gonna pull one more set of cards. I'm gonna use my Rebel deck, which if you've been here for a hot minute, you know is rude. And we're going to use this one because I tried a couple of other ones and they were not eager to participate. So let's go with what came out first. We have take a fucking trip. Go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. This, once again, is the universe saying, I meant what I said. Take a break. Give yourself, this was definitely the right deck for me to use. Give yourself a break. Allow yourself to have a little bit of fun. All work and no play makes everybody dull. They meant what they said. Take the fucking trip. Next, we have 2 cards came out. We have winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. You are talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. Again, the universe, I meant what I said. You're about to come into a new life. You will be winning. You are amazing. Step in, step up. This is your, I hate this, but this is what they just said. It's so cliche, but this is your glow up. This is what you've been working for. This is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been wanting. And now you are winning. This is what you're getting. And lastly, we have love. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. Once again, the universe meant what it said. You are absolutely meant to embrace this soulmate that is coming in for you. Allow yourself to be a little bit uncomfortable. Trust until you're given a reason not to trust. You won't be given a reason not to trust. This is what I have for you this week. I hope that you enjoyed it. Until next time.